Hello and welcome to another Entropia Universe video. Today I am going to do a walkthrough of the water temple. So I'm here at the Island Girl Spa because we need to talk to a particular NPC. I forget his name. I don't know if he's called Archibald or whether that was the other one that gives you the mission. I'm going to pop in here anyway because he's in here. Here he is with an exclamation mark. He's called Mowgla. Okay, so the other one is Archibald. So basically, I've done this one, and I'll cover that in another video later. But this time I'm going to do the water temple because I've been out hunting island gorillas. They're level 8 gorillas here on the secret island, and they give us these sacred water skulls. Now they're not very common. It takes a while to loot one of these. That said, the forest temple, all I did was hit the wave event for the mountain gorillas, and I looted 2 of them within one wave event. So I'm not quite sure what was going on there. Anyway, so I've got this bad boy here. So this gives us access to the water temple. Now this NPC here lets us know where the water temple is. Okay, I know where it is already because I found it. I just happened upon it. But let's follow the NPC's mission anyway. So the water temple, show me. Okay, so now if we look at our map, and we see we've got a mission item here. Look at the map, we've got a waypoint now. And being at Island Girl Spa, we don't have far to go because the water temple is right here. So let me get the map up again, and yep, this is the direction. So we just have a little run along here. I really wish they would fix these gorilla noises. I'm constantly having to turn the sound down for the videos around here because they make so much noise. No, it's not there. It's over this way actually. It's round the corner. There's actually a little cave in there. You can go in. Not very interesting. There's not really much in there, but it's nice. It's a nice little touch to the scenery to find these little places. So let's go ourselves over this way, and basically it's inside this kind of hillside, mountainside, next to this waterfall. Now, I don't know for a fact, but apparently the loot you get out of these temples can be combined together and used, I guess, to spawn sacred Kongs. I'm guessing, but I'm not 100% sure. Now, they seem to be all the rage at the moment because of, you know, as a pet, they must have some kind of decent buffs on them. But anyway, here we are. We're at the door to the water temple, and we've now completed, you know, that part of the mission. Now, there are 2 ways to get in here. One is you have one of these skulls and you operate the door, and in you go. The other one is you form a team, and I guess one person in the team needs to have the skull, and then you can operate this one down here. I'm not 100% sure whether only one person needs the skull, but I guess I need to kind of check up on that. I don't know anyone who's done this as a team, but essentially I'm going to go in and do this on my own. Now these should be a bit lower level than the forest one, so let's go in. So what this is going to do is it's going to consume the sacred water skull, or water sacred skull, or whatever it is, from my inventory. So that's going to disappear, and then I should be able to go in. Now I'm not sure, I haven't tried to get back into the forest temple, but I'm not entirely sure whether you need a skull to get in again or not. Now this is an instance, and once this timer ticks down, the bad guys will have started to spawn. And then you have, I think I had 2 hours to do the forest one. I'm not sure how much time it's going to give us on this one. We shall soon see. Let's collapse that because that's uninteresting. There we go. We've got 2 and a quarter, well, just under 2 and a quarter hours. Now these are the bad guys. They're ghost pirates, or pirate ghosts if you want to be pedantic, and they're not particularly hard. They have a fairly fast hit rate, so when you're certainly looking at the forest temple, they do get a bit tricksy, and you don't want too many of them on you at any one time. What I have found is they are hard to kind of hit and keep track of, because they're so slender. The hitbox for them is quite narrow. What I've found is that if you stand in front of it and aim for the left, as you look at them on the left side of their hip, as they twist around, you still end up getting the shot. So if you watch, I'm pretty much getting the hits most of the time. So they're still going down. The other thing to note is they're not lootable. So you have to go through here. Firstly, you need enough ammo. I didn't keep track of how much ammo I came in with last time. At the moment I've got... let me just check. I think that's 880 ped ammo. Let me just kill this guy and check. So I've got not 880. I've got 1321 ped of ammo. I don't know why I was looking at my shots remaining for an estimate. So we know roughly how much at the end of this I've used. Obviously I'm using the improved M2870, and you know, not everyone has the same kind of weaponry, so you'd probably be a bit more economical using, you know, lesser gear, but it will take you longer. I mean, I can whiz through these a bit more quickly with this gun. Now, like I said, in here they're not particularly challenging. Level 8s are pretty easy, and in fact they are the same level as the mob you need to hunt to get the skull in the first place, because the island gorillas are level 8s. The mountain gorillas are level 16s, and I think the skeletons in the other cave, in the other temple, were level 16 also. I'd have to check that. I have got it recorded, but I haven't reviewed it yet. So you can see this kind of left hip technique is working out okay. It took a little while in the other cave to figure that out, and you know, that it was quite frustrating because they were hitting quite a lot because I wasn't putting down enough damage per second to kind of counter them. So, but I got there in the end and it became a bit easier. These guys are missing quite a lot. The other guys, they didn't miss very much, you know, with my skill level, and they have, as far as I can tell, a pretty fast hit rate. You know, faster than Owlie's hits anyway, I think. It's certainly an interesting addition to Entropia, these temples. It's not a new concept for sure. You know, there are other places that do similar kind of things. Only here, I guess you could say it's kind of a light offering of the whole kind of instance, you know, features, because basically it's the same mob the entire way through. With one boss mob at the end. I'm pretty sure the fire temple's going to be the same. I haven't been in there yet, despite killing quite a few Kongs, which are level 36. I could not loot the fire skull at all. You know, the water skull took long enough, you know, and they're only level 8s, so goodness knows how many level 36 Kongs I would need to kill to get in there, and I'm tempted to forget killing them anyway and just loot, not loot, what am I trying to say here? I would just buy the skull off the auction from other players that have been lucky enough to loot those already. But the problem is that the level 36 Kongs they're pretty tough for me. I mean, others probably find them a piece of cake to hunt. I do not. They do. From what I could tell, they do 100% impact. They hit quite a lot of the time because my evade's a load of rubbish, and this armor is great for most things, being a kind of gremlin substitute. But when it comes to 100% impact mobs, like a lot of armors, they just become useless. And so I don't know what damage type these things do, but the level 15s were, yeah, they were making between 5 and 15 damage on any given hit over the top of the armor. What I'm concerned about is I'll get a fire skull and the mobs will be too tough for me, or this armor. So what I'm thinking about doing is, at some point in the future, I might grab some Perseus and have a crack with Perseus armor on me instead, because it's that's a great armor. That was a mistake, wasn't it? He's stuck there. I'll just have a crack on this guy. Oh no. That was poorly judged. Now I've got 3 of them on me. Never mind. These aren't too bad. You have 3 of the level 15, 16s on you, and you know about it. Yeah, so obviously, like I say, you need to bring enough ammo, and at the end of this we'll have a rough estimate of how much ammo you need to come in here, but obviously I'm not the most efficient on this weapon, so it'll probably be over the actual cost. But the thing to bear in mind is you want to take more than enough, because if these guys regen at all, uh, which I can't remember whether they do or not, and I can't see any happening right now. But if they do regen, then potentially if you're not hitting with big enough weaponry, then you know you're probably going to use a bit more ammo than would normally be achievable with an efficient kind of setup plus damage per second. Now you'll notice in this room, you kill them and then they kind of respawn again. So I think, if memory serves me right, this is the last wave in this room before we are then permitted to move on to the next part of the instance. Right, this guy's annoying because he's stepping down at the same time. Yeah, so the movement is quite annoying, and it, you know, just getting the reticule in the right place helps quite a lot. But you know, it's not surefire. You don't make contact 100% of the time. What doesn't help is when you get lots of failures as well. So we haven't even used 10 minutes, well, we've used about 10 minutes so far, and we're already, you know, at this stage. Now we're in the next room. Now I'm putting down, I don't know what it is. I get too many low hits with this gun at the moment. Probably putting down about 45 damage per second, to be fair. Maybe a little bit more because this shoots more than 60 times a minute. But you know, you could quite easily do about 30 damage per second in here. It will take you a fair bit longer, but it's probably a more advisable setup when you're coming to do this. There's, you know, I'm just doing this for brevity of the video. You know, I wouldn't normally hit this big on this low level of mob. Apart from the gorillas, you know, it depends on the HP level. I mean, these are level 8s, but I think the gorillas have got a bit more HP than these, maybe. It certainly seems that way. So I kind of play it by ear, really. You can have something with low level and still has a fair amount of HP, and you need to obviously get through that HP. So you have to pick the weapon that's going to see you kill enough mobs in a short space of time. You know, this is a thing. When you start punching above your weight, you can often see quite big kind of losses because it's taking you a lot longer to kill the mobs, and because it's taking longer, you're not killing as many of them. And so there's this kind of notion that there's mobs killed per hour kind of amount that would kind of see you getting the kind of globals and hoffs that come around. You know, if you're hitting, you know, few an hour, then you know, your chances of getting those globals and hoffs are just going to be dramatically reduced. So it's better, you know, to stick with, you know, lower mobs that you can get through pretty quickly. Right, I would say we're a little over halfway now because this room has got several spawns. And this is the final kind of room really, because once we've done these guys and I think the next lot that spawn, we can go through to the next room, and that's where the boss spawns. So we've pretty much had about 15 minutes in here so far. And how much ammo are we down to? So we're 13, 20. We've used about 70 ped. I've probably maybe 75 because I think there was a bit more before I even checked how much I had. I see how fiddly the hitboxes are on these. Now I understand there's a requirement to kind of add an element of realism to the engine and how it works within this universe, but unfortunately when you're dealing with a financially based system or you know, financial basis on everything you do within Entropia Universe, then you know, certain concessions need to be made on realism. I think that might be the last of those actually. Let's go up to the door. There we go, checkpoint reached. So I think we're at the boss guy now. I'm just gonna heal up a little bit just to make sure he's not a bit too aggressive. The last guy in the forest temple was a piece of cake, even though he was a level 15, just like all the other mobs within the environment. There he is. Who's this guy? This guy's a level 10. I think actually the last guy might have been a level 20. You'll see on the next video anyway. So yeah, pretty easy. Better when they face you. And I'm not failing. The fails are just getting beyond a joke. I don't have anything else on my network using this network at all, and yet I'm failing so much. If I use slower weapons, I don't fail anywhere near as much. It's got something to do with the, I guess, with the frequency of the packets being sent to the server. Things get in a muddle, and you know, hits get lost. Now, as you can see, this guy is no real match. I am the hot knife in here. That's that guy over with. He wasn't much of a challenge for me. However, if you're much lower in skill than me, which isn't, you know, which is pretty hard to be much lower than me because I'm not that skilled at the moment. So you finish him off, and then you come into the treasure room. Here we are, and basically there's nothing else in here that I could see that interacts except this at the end, and we want to inspect this guy here, and we get our loot. What did we get? We found a rare item of 10 ped, which is the sacred water idol, and 72 ped of loot. Now, we went in with roughly 1320, and we came out with 1240, so we're into it about 80 ped ish. So for 72 ped loot, we're not doing too bad. We're not doing too bad. It's all crap though, shrapnel and whatnot. But it's always nice to see swirlies. Anyway, oh, and yeah, we've been binned out onto the into the entranceway. And here, let me just show you, is the sacred water idol. This is the rare item. This was the forest one, which you'll see in the next video. Anyway, that's it for now, folks. I will see you in the next video. Thanks, bye. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe for more Entropia Universe videos. Oh. What's this? Oh my god! It's an earthquake! Oh, no! No! Ah! Ah!